In this video, we're going to walk you through some of our favorite power speakers to pair with your turntable. 2022 was the 17th consecutive year that vinyl album sales have grown in the US, with over 41 million records being sold to the tune of $1.2 billion. We think it's safe to say that vinyl is here to stay. If you're just getting started with vinyl, a quality pair of powered speakers provide a solid foundation for a system that can grow with you over time. Now, we understand it can be confusing to know where to start, which is why we also have a complete beginner's turntable guide on our website that we will link in the description to help you get started. Now, besides choosing speakers based on sound quality, you've got to factor in a few things like space. Where are you going to be putting the speakers? How big or small do they need to be? Also, budget. You don't need to be a millionaire to afford great speakers, but your budget will certainly matter in your setup. And finally, flexibility. You might want a pair of speakers to pair with your turntable and also to your TV, or maybe you just want the option to be able to stream wirelessly to them when you want to. Now, these are all things you're going to want to think about when considering the best option for your setup. Another major consideration when buying speakers for your turntable, and one of the first topics that we discuss in our turntables buyer's guides that we'll link below, is whether or not your turntable has a phono stage built in. Typically, a lot less expensive turntables will have phono stages built in. However, as you move up in quality, many higher-end turntables usually do not include the phono stage, as the manufacturers tend to put more focus on the sound quality rather than the features like a phono stage. You can find out if your model has a built-in phono stage by reading its product page either on our website or the manufacturer's website, or just reach out to our team of experts and they'll be able to help you confirm. All of the powered speakers on our list will include a phono stage built in, so your turntable will not need one. However, if it does, that's okay. You'll just need to bypass it on either the turntable or the speaker when you end up connecting the two. Now, if you plan to purchase a pair of speakers that does not have a phono stage built in, you will need to be sure that your turntable has one built in, or you're going to need to plan to purchase an external phono preamp to add to your setup. Again, if you're just starting out and this all seems a bit confusing, visit our turntables buyer's guides and our beginner guides at audioadvice.com, where we will break all of this down in an easy to understand article, or just hop on the phone or chat with one of our experts and they will get you along the way. First up is the Andover Audio Spinbase. Now, this is the slimmest and most compact solution to get you rolling with good audio for your turntable. At 18 inches wide, 13.5 inches deep, and 3.25 inches tall, this all-in-one speaker system is a compact package that takes up about the same real estate as a typical turntable. And the neat part is the speaker is actually meant for you to just plop your turntable directly on top of it and you're good to go. No worrying about placing speakers on stands or bookshelves to the left and right. Now, you can watch our full review on the Spinbase to learn about all the amazing technology that their engineers have implemented to allow this to work flawlessly. Now, the Spinbase produces a 270-degree sound field that results in a pleasing and room-filling audio experience. Each driver has its own dedicated power amplifier, and the Spinbase's ample internal space allows for development of satisfactory bass, contributing to its warm sound. With just a quick flick of a toggle, the ceramic input can effortlessly switch to a line-in analog input, allowing you to receive the output of a CD player, DAC, or cassette deck with ease. Now, to further enhance your audio experience, conveniently located beside the two sets of inputs are nifty bass and treble controls, as well as a mini headphone jack. And to top it all off, the icing on the cake is that it comes with a form of Bluetooth 5.0. The Spinbase has a warm and rich sound without any sense of edge to it. Its convenience doesn't seem to impact the sound like you may think, as it sounded great even at low volumes, keeping the warm tone to it. We also just love having the versatility of having Bluetooth included, so we can use it as a background music player with our phone if you just don't feel like setting up a vinyl record in the moment. For just $300, this is the perfect solution for someone who has limited space or is in a small apartment and doesn't want to skip out on that good sound quality. And since it already has a phono stage built in, and if you haven't purchased your turntable yet, you could save a few bucks and get one without it, since you won't need it with this speaker. Now, this is just a phenomenal choice for a lot of people with those small spaces. Next up, we have the Peachtree M24 and M25 speakers. Now, these speakers have a sound that makes you think you're listening to a high-performance speaker with a nice integrated amp. They sound smooth, yet very detailed, with tremendous bass impact for just their modest size. And the bass is very tight and fast, with no boom at all. To our ears, you get much deeper bass with the M25s down here, But if you have a smaller space or you just want to put them on a desktop, the M24s will be awesome. You also have the choice of two beautiful cabinet finishes, the real bamboo housing or a gloss black. Now, nothing was sacrificed from a connection standpoint either. They include a high-res audio USB input for computer music, a great phono preamp for removing magnet cartridges for your turntable, Bluetooth, and a Toslink input for connecting to your TV. If you need an extra aux input for a CD player, the phono input can be switched to an aux input type. Pretty cool. Now, adding a subwoofer for more low-end is super simple with their subwoofer out as well. When you compare the M24 to the M25, the difference is simply just a bigger sound with more bass impact and detail. The M24 is probably the perfect size for that desktop setup like we said, while the M25 fills a good size room and is probably better for a living room. Now, either model pairs well with a good turntable for a pretty sleek and complete vinyl playback system. Next, we have the Kanto YU6 powered speakers. Now, these play quite loud with a powerful full sound. They feature Class D amplifiers with 200 watts of peak sound. You'll get a 5-inch Kevlar driver and a 1-inch silk dome tweeter on the front with a rear-firing bass port on the back. We like how Kanto makes the YU6 available in so many different colors and finishes. Now, the YU6 has dual Toslink optical inputs, RCA inputs for the phono switch, a subwoofer out, a 3.5 aux input, a USB Type-A charging port, gold-plated binding post terminals to connect the left and right speakers, and Bluetooth 4.0. The abundance of inputs on the back lets you use these with multiple different sources. Not only can you use a turntable with these, but you can also utilize their optical inputs to use with your TV, or plug it into your computer via USB and you have a killer desktop speaker setup. The versatility and the high-end build quality really make these speakers a great choice for their price. Now, we tested the YU6s in our full review, which we will link in the description, but we found them to be great when we were watching movies or listening to music. You can hear the voices much clearer on your TV speakers, and when we hooked them up to a turntable, we were just super surprised at the clarity of their output, even at super high volumes. Stepping up from the Peachtrees, these Kanto YU6s will really fill your room with sound, and if you're looking for that perfect color to match your vibe, these may just be the perfect match for you. When you're ready to step up to some serious sound to rock out to, step up to the Klipsch The Sevens. Klipsch based the Sevens on their extremely popular, best-selling speaker, the Fives. Now, the Fives had just about everything you could think of in terms of a powered speaker. They have an HDMI ARC, a built-in phono stage, a subwoofer out, and so much more. But more importantly, these things sound fantastic. The Sevens have all the features that we loved about the super popular speaker, the Fives, but they're even bigger and sound even better. We absolutely love these paired with a turntable as they're edge-to-edge, 90-degree by 90-degree Tractrix horns and low-frequency, high-excursion fiber composite woofers produce just a clear, room-filling sound with so much ease. The soundstage was expansive with better-than-average instrument separation that really just brings your vinyl to life. They have high-res audio capabilities with 192 kHz to 24-bit decoding when you want to stream from your phone to them. An HDMI ARC allows you to just plug them into your TV and have an absolutely killer setup for watching shows and movies. And the best part about having HDMI ARC on the Sevens is you can control the volume with just your TV remote, so you don't have to fumble around with multiple remotes in your living room. Now, if you want even more power, you can step up to the Klipsch The 9s, which have all the same great features, but are just a bit larger. We'll link in the description our review on both of these speakers so you can compare them. But both of them are perfect for pairing to your turntable, and we highly recommend them for someone looking for that great vinyl sound who also wants to have a high-performance set of speakers to pair with their TV. Now, if our built-in phono stage speakers on this list didn't quite do it for you, and you want to consider one without a phono stage, we will link in the description a few of our favorites, which will include the Sonos Era 100, 300, and Sonos 5. And the cool thing about Sonos is that you can plug in your turntable, and once you have it connected to an Era 100 or Era 300, you can group these speakers together or to any Sonos speakers or amps in your system to allow playback of vinyl in multiple rooms or zones throughout your home, which is pretty dang cool. Now, another option on the list is the SVS Prime Wireless Pro speakers, the JBL 4305P speakers, and the KEF LSX2s and LS50 Wireless 2s. We have reviews on each of those speakers, so we will link to those in the description. Now, keep in mind, any of those speakers that I just listed will work if you know your turntable has a phono stage built in, or you do plan to purchase an external phono preamp. Now, if you do purchase any of your audio or video gear from Audio Advice, you can be confident knowing you're going to get everything set up correctly with our lifetime expert support. You'll also get free shipping and a price guarantee. And if you're still unsure about which set of speakers to pair with your turntable, reach out to us by phone or chat at audioadvice.com, and one of our turntable and speaker experts will be able to help to find the best one for you. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, one of the best things you can do to support us here at Audio Advice is please just give it a like, hit the subscribe button, and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss out on any of our latest upcoming content. Now, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.